First things first, you want to clean everything up. I just got, damp PP towel just to make sure if there's any like cobwebs or random garbage in there since whenever I put this up a couple months ago actually. Now, clean it all up, half decent. Wasn't bad, but a big gap there. Not ideal. With this job, you want caulk that's crack proof and that you can paint. Something that's flexible, basically, and something paintable. All right, let's get started. All right, here we go. Just a real small bead is all you need for most areas. Obviously bigger cracks need bigger beads. You want to try to keep steady pressure so that it's on your hand, so it's even flow and also consistent speed with how fast you drag it. Drag it too fast and don't give it enough pressure on the squeezing, then you won't get enough bead in there. You'll have missed spots, like I just pooped the bed there. And then if you go too slow, you get big buildup like that, or if you're inconsistent with your speed. So you want to ideally just go nice and smooth and steady. This one, as you can see, is a bit bigger, so I'm going to try to squeeze a bit more. Try to fill that crack. You don't have to be perfect with this because you'll see why in a second. I'm going to go over it all with my finger and clean it all up so it actually looks decent. I'm sure there's people out there that don't need to ever touch it with their finger and they can just lay a perfect bead on there, but that person is not me. If you're wondering why I have a spigot hanging out of my wall right there inside the garage, it's not actually because I plan to wash anything in here or anything like that. I don't have a proper drain for that. It's so that I could drain the water line that feeds the outside garage. So I added a PEX line from my main water line in here, and I buried it and took it out to the outside garage so that I could wash my hands out there and stuff like that. And in the winter time, I'm afraid that it will freeze. Not the part that's underground, obviously, but the part of it that is above ground, like whatever's right outside this wall and inside the wall side in the garage, the outside garage. So this spigot, that's the valve that I can turn on or off to open the water up out there. So right now it's winter time. I have the valve shut, so there's no water out to the garage. And I use this to drain the water or blow air in to blow it out into the sink that's in the outside garage. once you figure out your speed on like how fast you can go and how much you need to squeeze to match your speed, you get a little better with it. I'm still not good at all. Haven't done very much of this. I did it maybe like 20 years ago, but haven't done much since. So here we are, learning all over again or something. Making a mess. I don't even know if this is worth doing, but maybe fill these cracks a little. Make it look slightly better over here. Caulk's cheap. If it makes it look any better, it's worth it, in my opinion. Try to fill this big old crack I got here. Worked out pretty well, actually. I don't even know what's going on there. Alright, next. A little caulk and paint for the carpenter I ain't. That's what I say. I'm sure someone else said it, I don't know who said it first. Definitely not me, I stole it from somewhere. Along with most clever things that you'll hear me say. Let's go. Uh-oh, blowout. Getting towards the end here. This tube, no Wayne. Ugly, ugly. With this, I intentionally leave these screws exposed. It allows me to get into the box if I want to add more breakers or switch any of these breakers out or add wires to them, so I don't want to cover those up. That's why I kind of just did it like that. Here's the next step here now. I'm gonna go get some moist PP towels and I'll be right back. All right, so I put that original bead on there. Now I got my moist towel. It's actually pretty wet. I'm gonna get my finger on there, get it all wet like. I'm just gonna drag it down and fill this crack real nice. See, I used a bit much on here. I got it all over the wall. Not good at all. Got another towel used to clean that up. Just using this towel to wipe the wall off. Perfect. Not really. All right, that was a mess. Hopefully the rest of these go a little better than that one did. It's easier when you're working with white, that's for sure. Instead of the painted gray wall. I watched another YouTube video of some guy doing this. Learned a thing or two, like the wet finger helps. And when you're in corners, it's nice to just use a putty knife if you want to clean it up a bit. Get a good finish. Not too worried about that corner, it looks alright, especially since it's the very corner of my garage. I'm not too concerned. If it was the corner of my bedroom or my living room, I'd care a little bit more maybe. I kind of ruined it and took too much out right there. I'm gonna have to put more on, I think. So I can drag some off of here. That's what I'm gonna do. Oh, that's a bad idea. Should have just used the gun. Put another bead in there. That did not go well. It's being a pain in the butt now. It's not wet, it's pulling out. Sounds like a bad day. But we're getting somewhere, I guess. Slowly. Slowly we're starting to win. All right, all right, all right. As you can see, I got some more trim to put up. Keep kicking it. Keep going here. Keep my finger wet. The best part about this is it's pretty forgiving. As you can see, I'm not doing well, but I promise it'll turn out pretty good. Little empty spot. Trying to fill in every crevasse I missed. This is a little tricky area here. Not sure what to do with this one. Wing it. What else? What other option is there? Professional. I guess that'd be an option, but or not. Okay, that's getting there. Man, what a mess. Let's just try wiping this with the rag and see what happens. I think that's what I used to do back in the day. Seems to be working a bit better. Tough to tell. Tough to tell. This one's still good. Mint. Oh no. I like that song. On everybody's TikTok. Okay, so we're getting somewhere now. It looks half decent, some of it. That bottom part's pretty good. This is where I left off with the cleaning of the wall. What a mess. This is just a damp towel. Damp pee-pee towel. For the win. Yeah, I pulled it out again, or I pushed it in, or whatever, but not ideal. Mess it up. So I have to redo that or add to it then. Touch it up. We'll see what it looks like when we're done with everything else. Chances are no one will ever notice. But I will, and it'll bother me, so I'll have to fix it. Mercy. Lot of mercy. Alright, 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 alright. Another thing to note with this stuff is it dries really quickly, especially once you wipe it and kind of spread it out. So if you're gonna do anything like this and try to fix any of your messes that you made, do it relatively quickly, or you won't have time to do it at all. This white's so much better to deal with, or at least it looks that way because you can't hides my mistakes a lot better. I think it's looking pretty good. So a couple of spots that I wiped out too much. Maybe pull up a clip from the beginning so you can see the before and after, but that's about good enough for me, I'd say. Looks a lot better than that. As you can see, I didn't do that. So that, you can see the big gaps and that are pretty much gone. Like I said, for a little while there, it might feel like you're getting out of control and looks a little too sloppy, that there's no recovering, but have faith that you can always clean it up and it'll come around and look really good when you're done. Not saying that this looks really good, but it's an improvement, I'd say. And I'm not quite done with it. I'm going to fix these little gaps that I cleaned out too much. And I'm also gonna paint over it all, so it'll hide any of these little smears and things you see for the most part. But it came out decent. It's kind of a boring job though, so that's why I do like one wall at a time. I'll do that one tomorrow.